We have all heard quotes along the lines of, "You're special because you're made of stardust." Not only are those quotes pretty damn annoying, but they are also correct. We are made of stardust. If we really think about it, everything we're made of has been here in one form or another for around 13.7 billion years, since the Big Bang. And what's even more interesting is that you will also be here after you die. You'll be in this universe forever. So what does the future look like? Well, not very bright, to say the least. The lifespan of the universe can be divided into 5 eras. The first era is known as the Primordial Era. It starts with the Big Bang, and it's the birth of the universe. It is surprisingly complex, but since today's topic is the future, we'll just move on. The second era is the Stellserous Era. It's the era we are living in right now. It started when the universe was 100 million years old, when the first stars started to shine. When the universe was around 600 million years old, the first galaxies started to form. Fast forward a bit, over 13 billion years, and you're in present time. The universe is rather peaceful nowadays. The same can be said about that little spot in space, which you can find if you go to the Laniakea supercluster, find the Virgo supercluster, continue to the local group, and find the Milky Way galaxy. This little spot in space is, of course, our very own solar system, and it will remain peaceful for quite a while, at least on the planetary scale. Of course, there will be all kinds of natural disasters every now and then, but for someone looking at Earth, or any other planet, from space, it looks peaceful. The first truly notable event happens in around 50 million years from now. Mars's moon, Phobos, is slowly moving towards the planet, and it is estimated that instead of colliding with Mars, it will break apart and orbit it. In other words, Mars will have rings. On the other hand, 100 million years from now, Saturn won't have its rings anymore. They will be destroyed by meteors hitting them, and some of them will be consumed by the planet itself. 1 billion years from now, things will dramatically change on Earth. The luminosity of the Sun will increase by 10%, which will rise the surface temperature of the Earth to 47 degrees. Oceans will evaporate, only small pockets of water may remain at the poles, which allows simple life to exist. On the bright side, we can finally call our planet Earth without questioning the logic behind the name. 4 billion years from now, something even more dramatic will happen. The Andromeda galaxy will collide with the Milky Way. They will merge into one huge galaxy, the Milkomeda. Despite half sounding like a huge cataclysmic event and half sounding like a breakfast meal, here's what it will actually look like. The distances in space are so insanely high that you most likely won't be seeing stars colliding with each other. As for Earth during this time, the surface temperature is already over 1000 degrees. 5 billion years from now, the Sun will start evolving into a red giant. It's not entirely sure whether Earth will be swallowed by the Sun or not, but it really doesn't matter. The Earth as we know it has been long gone by then. Finally, 8 billion years from now, the Sun will turn into a white dwarf. That's the end of our solar system. But life will still go on in the rest of the universe. Because of the expansion of the universe, in 100 billion years from now, all galaxies outside of our local group will be outside of our observable universe. We are a little bit lonely after that. Around 100 trillion years from now, something interesting happens. The Stellserous Era comes to an end. At that point, no new stars are born anymore, and only around 10 trillion years later, all stars will have died. The third era is called the Degenerate Era. Stars have died, and no new stars are born, only the remnants, white and brown dwarfs, neutron stars and black holes, are left. The night sky will be dark for all those still alive by that time. It won't even occur to them that at one point, the sky used to be full of little white dots. Somewhere between 10 and 100 quintillion years from now, galaxies start to fall apart. stellar remnants are ejected from galaxies into the void of space, and the remaining remnants will slowly be consumed by the supermassive black holes at the center of our galaxies. The Degenerate Era could go on for an insanely long time, but it is believed that protons may not live forever. This is known as proton decay. Protons decay into lighter subatomic particles. What this means is that all stellar remnants and planets simply evaporate. You can't have atoms without protons. If the proton decay happens, the earliest point it will start is 10 decillion years from now. 10 duodecillion years from now, it's finished. The Degenerate Era is over. Everything is evaporated, except for one stellar remnant. The fourth era is known as the Black Hole Era. The only celestial objects left in the universe are black holes. If there hasn't been enough death and destruction so far in this video, black holes don't live forever either. They, too, evaporate very, very slowly, through a phenomenon known as the Hawking radiation. In one Google, years from now, all the black holes have evaporated. The fifth and final era begins. It's called the Dark Era. At this point, only photons, neutrinos, electrons, and positrons exist. They fly alone in the vacuum of space, probably never again meeting each other. For us ordinary people, it's all over at this point. It's kind of difficult to wrap your head around something this final. When you die, you will still live in the memories of your friends and family. When the mankind goes extinct, there's still a chance that someone will learn about us. The universe still goes on. But at this point, it won't. The universe is gone. There are no distant galaxies, not a single living thing left. It's all gone, and will be forever. The universe will keep expanding, most likely forever, and the entropy keep increasing while the temperature goes down. Eventually, the universe is close to the absolute zero, while entropy reaches its maximum value. There are no temperature differences that can be exploited for work. Nothing will ever happen again. The universe is dead. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more depressing videos.